All right, grade 8s, here we go. We were talking about collecting terms of distributive property yesterday, and we applied them to a couple two-step equations. So I'm just going to expand upon that and do one from yesterday, then show you how it's different today. So yesterday we did something like 2x plus 5 equals, let's say, 50. And we know that first thing we have to do with distributive properties, put those arrows in to show multiplication. 2 times x is 2x. 2 times 5 is 10. There are 2 arrows, so it means you're multiplying by each, equals 50. Now that we're at this step, we know what we have to do is get rid of the positive 10 first. We have to do the adding or subtracting first. 2x plus 10 minus 10 equals 50 minus 10. They're gone. Let's see if I can move that out of my way. There we go. So what I'm left now is 2x equals 40. You ask yourself what's going on between the 2 and the x, and we know it's multiplication. In order to get rid of it, we have to do the opposite operation, so that's going to be division to both sides. We're doing that so we can isolate the x by itself. And my answer there is 20. We're not done. We have to check. We've got to make sure we're right. Next year in high school, you very rarely check. But this year we're still going to do it just because it's new. X plus 5. And if I go up here, 50 was my right-hand side. This is my left-hand side. Anyhow, we substitute our answer for your variable in order to check. So this will be 2 bracket. Now we throw another bracket in there just to show we're substituting. Bedmus does apply in the check, so we would have to inside the bracket first, and that would be 25. And again, this is just a distributive property. Really, it's 2 times 25, and that's 50. My left side does equal my right side, so I can go ahead and get started with my next question. All right, so this next question, we jumped out to a much larger question, but it's just a few concepts put together. We see right here, we have a distributive property part. You kind of see when you look at the question as a whole before jumping right into it, you're going to have m's here and here, so that means we're probably going to have to collect our like terms. It looks like we're going to have a couple of numbers that we're going to have to collect before we even begin to solve the equation. So keep that in mind before we get started, that you'll have to do a little bit of work just to get you to the question. All right, so we know we have to do distributive property first. Those are those Ross arrows I was telling you about, and that means multiplication to both terms. If I had 2m and I multiplied it by 2, I would now have 4m. And now I'm going to multiply 2 by positive 3, and it'll give me plus 6. I'll write the rest of my question down just like it appears. Nothing's changed with it yet. And that's what I have so far. Now, before we get started, we have to collect our terms. We have to put all the stuff that's the same. So I got to collect those m's, and I have to collect those numbers together. So 4m plus 5m is 9m. Remember, you always take the sign that's in front of the term you're talking about. And right here, it's going to be 6 plus 2, and that equals plus 8. Equals 98. Now that I've gotten this far, it's just the questions we've been doing for a week or so. We know we have to get rid of the positive 8 first. 9m plus 8 minus 8 equals 98 minus 8. We do it to both sides, obviously, forever and ever. So I have 9m equals 90. Now that I have that, in order to isolate my m, so it's all by itself, I have to get rid of that 9. Multiplication was going on, so I divide both sides. And what I'll be left with is 9 divided by 9 is 10. Now I understand the check on this is going to be a little bit larger, but you have lots of time. It's not like I assign you hundreds and hundreds of these to do. So we have to go back to our original question. Put that down. So if you're looking here, it's quite a doozy, but it's just another step. We're going to take this m, our answer, and stick it in wherever we see a variable. So that'll be 2 bracket 2, another bracket, don't panic, plus 3. Now I take my 5, I show substitution again, and I add 2. We have to do what's in the brackets first, so this will be 2 times 10 is 20, plus 3 is 23. plus 5 times 10, we could almost do it here because it's not interfering with anything. We have 2 times 23 is 46, plus 50, plus 2, and 46 plus 50 plus 2 is 98. And lo and behold, that's what we had over there. So now I'm just going to show you the next step in today's work, and it is our last step, except we'll throw some negatives back in. We'll go back to our integers and decimals, and that's all we have to do for this unit. So I'll get to your next question and set you up. All right, this is where our last new step will come in, and what we're going to have in our last step is variables on both sides of the equal sign. And we haven't seen that yet. We've had variables just on the left or some variables just on the right, but here we have them on both sides. There's just one little more concept to do. We do start out with our distributive property again, and we multiply those through. Remember, we're taking the term, so it's 2 times 5t, that's 10t. In this one, however, it's 2 times negative 5. You must take this term that's in front of whatever you're doing, or this sign that's in front of whatever you're doing. So that's 2 times negative 5, and that's minus 10. And here we just write this down because we haven't done anything to it yet. So that'll be 3t minus 59. Well, our conundrum this time is we can't start getting rid of this 10. We don't want to yet until we've collected all our terms, until we've brought all the variables over to one side. And I have to get this 3t from here and get it over to this side. We have to make it totally disappear from the right hand side. There can't be any t's left. Before, we were just dividing out by 3 and they would cross out, but what that would leave was still 1t where we were working with. But this time we can't have any variables on that right hand side. So we have to eliminate 3t completely from here. The way to do it is start at your equal sign, and we're going to work on the right hand side and then we'll bring it back. So remember, it's so important not to change your order. We're going to do 3t minus 59 because we haven't changed the order of the question. And when you think about it logically, what is the only way to take 3t completely away from this side? The only way to do it is to subtract it completely away from this side. And that is a big departure from what we've done so far, but you know it's a trick and we can do it. Here we have 10t minus 10, and if we took 3t away from there, we have to take it away from here. Okay, so now that I have this, I have to do 10t minus 3t. I'm going to collect my terms first. By the way, 3t minus 3t, they're gone. So 10t minus 3t is 7t minus 10 is equal to negative 59. Don't worry that there is a negative number there. We can do those. We've done them already. Anyhow, now that we're at this step here, that's just like the questions we've been doing for over a week now, and that should not scare us as long as you remember when we have a multi-step question, we get rid of the addition and subtraction first. So this simply will be 7t minus 10 plus 10, because we do the opposite operation to both sides, equals negative 59 plus 10. Added 10 to the left, add 10 to the right. Those cross out. 7t is equal to negative 49. Now all I have to do is isolate my variable and get t by itself. The only way to get t by itself is to get rid of that 7. So I'm going to divide by 7 to both sides. Be careful here because this is a negative 49 divided by a positive 7, and a negative divided by a positive will be a negative answer. So that will be negative 7. Yes, we have to check, but it's not a big deal. So here's my check, and this time we're actually going to be putting this negative 7 into that side and that side because we have variables on both of our sides for a change. This will be new. Anyhow, it's 5. Then you put another bracket just to show substitution is about to occur. Minus 5. And I can write this one out while I'm here. 3, negative 7, minus 59. Anyhow, we have to inside the brackets first, so I'll leave that 2 outside here. My pen is a little bit off this morning. 5 times negative 7 is negative 35. Negative 35 minus 5, it's going to get 5 colder, so that would be negative 40. Oh, and I'm not done, because 2 times negative 40 equals negative 80. Make this look neat by putting all my equal signs in here, and I'll go over to this side. 3 times negative 7 is negative 21 minus 59. And if I have negative 21 and I subtract 59 more from it, I will have negative 80. Left side, right side, we're the same as what we've done, just bigger looking question. Now before I sign off, I just want you to see this. I look at this question as a whole page question. Look at the size of that question. Look how it flows downwards. It's very logical. It's very step-oriented. And if you follow the same set of steps that we've been using for 2 weeks, and remember you've been having no problems with, if you follow those same set of steps, you will arrive at an answer that is correct, that you can check, and you'll know your answer is correct without even coming to see me because your check will work. If you get it wrong, don't despair. Go back through your work and look step by step what you haven't done right. There is no need to start over. Many times you've just, written a negative number when it should have been a positive number, or maybe when you multiplied, like, for example, right here in this step, you might have done all this work, but done negative 49 divided by 7 and come up with positive 7 by mistake. You forgot a little rule. It's easy to find if you don't let yourself get frustrated. And yes, they're bigger questions, but you are getting older, and this is what the direction that your math is heading in. So good luck. Don't despair. Keep a cool head, and you're going to do great.